Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on to the third episode. I am your host, Abdul Razzaq, and you are watching Filtered Remastered podcast. Now, this podcast is very different because, alhamdulillah, I was able to come back to Mississauga and meet up good old partner, of course, Pranny. Exactly. If you guys have kept up with Totally Filtered, you guys will know who this fucker is. But since the year's about to come to an end, and 2025 has been nothing but a catastrophe, blessing, overall, a movie.
100%. I like to call it a blockbuster.
A blockbuster, exactly.
And hopefully, we're working towards a sequel to be a very profitable sequel. But 2025 has been one of a heck of a year.
One heck of a year, man.
It's, for me, probably one of my top years, not in terms of enjoyment, in terms of what has happened, what I learned. And we went from, that's crazy. We had Cody,
the
crypto loss,
exactly.
Robbery, I'd say. The quote-unquote corruption at your workplace.
Corruption at my workplace. Switch up from Shitbox to Totally Filtered.
Then Totally Filtered to shutting it down to Filtered Remastered. Obviously, I'm working on, BV. So much has happened towards the 12 months. And I feel like I want to come on the show specifically because I feel like I want to talk to my old partner in crime in the podcast space to talk about what happened this year. Because a lot of shit's happened, and we want to tell you what we learned and how we're going to take on 2026 and how you guys, like you say, Totally Filtered, you guys can take and learn from it for yourself.
You know what I admire? You still have the fire in you.
Of course. I just love it, bro. It's something that we all love and enjoy. We didn't do 30 plus episodes of Totally Filtered for nothing. We do it because we enjoy it. But obviously life has come to us and reality hit us and we understand what our duty is. And I feel like Abdul Razzaq's duty here is primarily this podcast thing. And I believe that's his mission. My mission will be, hopefully, God willing, we'll be working on the VV and the business and getting us to different places. And where we are right now, we are not in Rattlesnake.
We're somewhere discreet.
As you can see in the surrounding areas, we're in a very nice little park here. And it's not Rattlesnake. That will be soon for those soon.
Next episode, I'm sure.
Next episode. But this place looks like Georgia. It looks like Tbilisi, the mountains in the Caucasus regions, and that's hopefully how we can take this little podcast thing up and above there. And not just Filtered Remastered, but Totally Filtered and the plan there. And I think right now, we'll start off with what happened in January. I think out of all the months, probably the most chaotic one. I think just what it's happened.
Maybe for you, not for me.
Oh, yeah, for you it's different. For you, months. But
no, for me it was since August onwards.
Yeah, August onwards.
Complete
chaos. I think January.
Listen, it's all a blessing at the end of the day. You learn something.
It's all exactly. I think January started off first. We went into, I believe, we had someone in where I think we both knew.
Yeah.
Pitched a business idea called real estate, and it was very, very interesting to us because I obviously did my business in 2024, wasn't successful. It was a basic Google Ads management software. But then he recommended, let's do a real estate software. So we went out and we looked into our CRM real estate software in Cyprus, actually. And we had a call with him. It was interesting. He was actually he saw us promising. So that, you know what, if you can get us a couple of clients for me, I'm definitely happy to have you guys.
The thing is, but with his software, it's not compatible with North America.
No. Because the American market, Canadian market, different to the European or the Middle Eastern market that he was working with. But we still did our thing. We did some outreach. And we actually had Cody. If you knew, if you watched,
how much did we pay again? $50 a month. Out of my pocket.
Yeah, $50 for the software for the outreach. And I didn't get us Cody, and Cody did us. We tried some mischievous ways to get Cody into that meeting.
Mischievous.
And it was. He called us out. It was worth it, and he did call us out. And if you watched Totally Filtered, or at the time it was called Shitbox episode 11, you would have understood it's called what's it called, Lessons or Losses? You decide, exactly. He saw it as a lesson, and he taught us, can't just go out to businesses and just trying to trick them. You just have to be honest with them, and that's the best way to get clients and user base. That's what I'm learning right now. It's one of the most important things to learn. Then we went over to, obviously, crypto investments. This is my first time going to investment. I think you have prior experience in it before, and I was really interested. And if you don't know, school loans came to our account, and we just piled our money into for the infamous Trump coin. And obviously we knew what happened to that. But at some point, we made, I think, $1,000 profit from the Trunco when it hit $70. I think we bought around $32 and went up to $70. And then from there, I did some mistakes on my own. I clicked some links I shouldn't have clicked, and like that, it went away. It went away, and we lost about what, $2,000 or about?
Yeah, that was
a lot of money.
Chunk of it was my OSAP.
Yeah, exactly. It was your OSAP, and then this guy had to give me money, so I don't get to a fucked position, of course. But it was one of those, I wouldn't say traumatic, but I went into crypto, I went to invest for the first time thinking it was just like easy money.
It was like, I don't know, fucking Lego blocks, eh?
Lego blocks, exactly. But it's not. It's very, you have to, it's very
attentive and, repulsive.
Repulsive, exactly. And, it was a very big, for me it was a huge one because I never went to crypto.
And I'm not any better. I can't lie. I still fucked up with crypto.
XRP, I remember literally 1 year from this day, you guys were talking about XRP, and
it did go up though.
It did
go
the
wrong time of the year, unexpectedly.
Wrong angle. I always believe this. Investment should never be your first income source.
Never. In order to have passive income, like a side income, you need to have a primary income.
You need a primary.
Which is your JOB.
Yeah, exactly.
When you don't have a business.
Exactly. And that's the main point. And that's working on BV. But last January, we had a couple months working on, I guess, the real estate businesses. Didn't do much. Then obviously had uni. First year obviously ended there. Had some near misses, could have failed a couple courses. Obviously, God saved me. And then we went into May, which was interesting because we had obviously, I think that's when we went from real estate to obviously Vanguard Visuals for the first time.
Of course, yeah. Going around the plaza,
Richard Plaza, going around store to store, asking clients and potential business owners, hey, we make image creation. And,
you know what's the best part of it in the end? Nothing worked.
Nothing would happen. We did work with a company called, I think it was Benji. We worked with them.
I remember Benji.
For a couple of months. And at the end of it, he did give me, like an offer, like, yo, if you get some startups signed up by his company, he gave a commission, but I felt a bit suspicious because this kid was the same age as me, so like, I don't think he has the exact same authority to have, hey, a commission there. I don't know. I did work for him a couple of months, creating creative for him, posting that on social media. It didn't work out well, but I thought, you know what, I'm almost the same age as him. Why am I seeing him as my employer? I should compete with him, actually. And that's what I'm doing right now. Creating a couple softwares. The world of AI is so successful that you can create software on your own. You don't need to make coding, software engineering. So I can compete with people like Benji myself. If you don't know, Benji, he creates apps, and that's what I did. But yeah, that was the first initial phase of Vanguard Visuals. We sent emails, and we had a couple of tests on Instagram, particularly sending in certain creatives. I think people were interested, but the deal was free, so like nobody's interested in paying. And I agree with you. I think you shouldn't pay for something like paying for someone to create ad creatives. I feel like you can use that on ChatGPT, on Gemini, on any other platforms. And I feel like, I agree. Now I'm looking back on hindsight. Yeah, I agree. I think that was a very lousy business model, but it was very worth it because I actually never liked doing indoor sales, door-to-door sales. That was never really my thing. But this brother here helped me out, and we learned some really valuable lessons over there. And then came one time with Diddy's Descendants, which was part one. Let's do part one. And that was probably one of the most interesting episodes I've ever done.
You can load him, but you can't hide.
Obviously got Diddy Don, and then we hold that whole storyline there. Kind of had a choice to for the first time. Also going back to February, we actually switched the name to Shipbox to Filter. Then we had June. Obviously, I went over to Germany. I went over there. He worked his ass off, but that work his ass off didn't come to a pleasant end. What happened in the end of July, beginning of August? This kind of was into a conspiracy charge.
You know what's worse than charges, right? Conspiracy charges. It's a very, I want to say, unpleasant experience because imagine being fired, right? For something you didn't do or no evidence that has been presented, and you just get titled something, right?
Yeah.
You get fired. It makes no sense. But look, in the modern world where we live in, speaking the truth, standing on what you believe in is basically looked at as an act of terrorism or like it's like a criminal act.
It's criminal. Exactly.
That's the thing.
Well, they call it harassment.
Harassment.
There's a very specific word we use.
How do I say this? Like that's like I always said, right? Freedom of speech is only freedom of speech as long as those people agree with it.
Exactly, yeah.
As soon as they disagree, it's completely going against humanity.
Exactly. That's crazy how you lost all your income in 2 days.
No, of course, 100%.
Hours.
I mean,
But it was actually a valuable lesson, of course. It was a thing or two. Of course, God gives you lessons. There's no way you lose all your income source within 48 hours, and then God not teach you anything in that, but not process.
you know, it's a beautiful verse in the Quran, right? Surah Baqarah, Allah says, He doesn't burden a soul more than it can bear. So, there's one thing I would love to state in this podcast, right? If you're going through trials and tribulations, just know that's God showing you love. That's helping you mature and helping you be a better human, be a better version of yourself, right? Take it with pride. Take it with honor.
Yeah.
Like,
Take it as a way of God saving you. I love this quote from Tate. You can either take the harder way or the hardest way. Right?
It's better you take the hardest way, because personally, as a man, you're gonna end up taking the hardest way, right? But it's what's after the hardest way.
You don't know what could have happened. Maybe God's trying to save you from something a lot worse than you can imagine.
100%.
There's a billion things you don't know that God knows that. I said it before, I said it again. I think one thing I could say, describe 25 is, I learned that you gotta give God the pen. I don't have the pen. Don't give him the pen. I want God to write the pages for me, write my story, write my life. I'm just gonna follow through. I'm just gonna read aloud. I'm not gonna
Whatever happens, whatever comes your way, just accept it. Yeah. Give God the praises he deserves, and just, you know, as unfortunate as my dad got into that car accident, right? When I took that train, everything happens for a reason, and I genuinely believe that with all of my heart. Last week, I was sitting on a train with a very old gentleman. But the lessons he gave me was very valuable.
Yeah.
And I've heard those lessons frequently, but from someone like him.
Yeah.
And a quote, he says, keep moving forward. You see an opportunity, take it. You see an opportunity, just go grab it. It's there for you, take it. Better job opportunity, take it. Anything that's a better option that comes your way, don't leave it, take it, right?
And that's what I want 2026 to be all about. Is take it. A better opportunity, better door to open. You gotta take it. And we follow suit. We put a couple of episodes in there. I think we have one of the most successful episodes. I think like 400 plus views for episode 24. Unfortunately, you can't see it. I might put it on the little seal.
It was the Gaza one, right?
The Gaza one, yes. The Gaza one was very successful. Then, in September, we had the whole Turkey incident, which was...
I don't want to remember that, but...
I think that was a turning point of the year. I think that was a very...
turning point for my life. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember I was just chilling, just from work, and Abdul Razzaq called me and said, yo, Doug, I got shot. I just thought it was like a small wound, nothing crazy. I didn't expect it to be a death shot, and it was. And the death itself was, sure, you can say significant, but it was what happened afterwards. I think you got a lot of heat for it. I think a lot of people got heat for defending it. Even
look, we don't understand, right? They thought I was defending his beliefs. I'm like, I despise his beliefs. I didn't agree with. Look, I'm gonna say this one thing at the end of the year. Like, I don't really care if people come out and saying this, but there's a lot of things he said that I did agree with.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't really care if I get flagged for that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna disregard all the good he has said. I mean, it was pretty knowledgeable what he said without going to college or believing the school system. There's always something respectable. You know what I mean?
100%.
There's a lot of things he said about Islam which I completely disagree with, but at the end of the day, the man is dead, right? It's what you choose to do afterwards, right?
And what his wife chose to do afterwards is pretty... What his wife did afterwards is kind of...
We are Charlie Colored. I kiss JD Vance. By the way, Eric Kirk's pregnant. You know that, right?
I heard. She was like pregnant. I was like, wait a minute. Yo, that ain't math thing. What are you doing?
Math thing.
Yeah, math thing. But, bro, it was like, she's having WWE concerts every week. Like, just on her...
WWE concert. And remember, when she was getting confronted, right? The glare she was giving to that gentleman over there. Remember, I've seen that interview?
Yeah.
She's possessed.
She's possessed.
I'm worried for his kids more than
I'm worried for your kids, exactly. I don't give a shit with the wife anymore. I think
husband's dead.
I heard those two are about to get divorced, like, before the shot even happened.
Because she was paid by APAC.
That's what I'm saying. They met in Israel. Those screenshots from Canada, so I wasn't saying that, Trucker was turning against Israel. There are screenshots of those text messages. And, even, I think John Carlson came out, I think, with Candace Owens saying that.
Probably both, though.
Either go, I've seen it, yeah, it can go, but I think, I'm not saying...
I remember back love. I remember Unc was saying this, right?
Yeah.
The biggest mistake, the Jews did was, letting Tucker Carlson leave the BBC.
Or Fox News.
BBC or Fox
News.
Fox News, exactly. The biggest mistake they did.
Yeah. And now they let them out of the wild. And, I'll tell them hot takes later, but I think Turtles Impact have to go across the 206.
Listen, we can say that by everybody.
You can say it by everybody, but I feel like there's certain medium people. I think if Andrew Tate got shot tomorrow, I think they'll be the worst by that nightmare for the Israelites or because that he even said it like, yo, if I die as a martyr, they'll know why I died and everything. If Nick Fuentes gets shot, they'll know why he died. He'll die for his cause. People been saying Candace Owens can get shot. Okay, this should be 25 recap, not a fucking political rant, but
it adds up.
It adds up entirely. It adds up entirely.
Because that's what I liked. You know, I love to look back this whole year. You know, 2024. I still remember that conversation. My uncle was asking me, "Hey, what? You know, are you in like a political club? Do you like politics? Are you into politics? Are you interested?" I remember I gave him a very big answer. Hey, I'm not interested. I just go to school. That's all I do. I don't care. Fast forward a year later. Some people look at me as I'm an extremist and a big Islamophobe or a big a man with a lot of hatred.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looked at as.
Yeah,
but I like it. I don't. There's the one thing I say is I'm not here to validate people's opinions.
Yeah,
you can have opinions. I don't think. What am I supposed to do?
The only valid opinion you validate though is a word. That's about it. Passing that point, that becomes a mindset. I don't want to call it a major tag. I think it's just bitches being bitches. People run their mouth they shouldn't be running to. And caused us into a position where we could have, it's not about going to police, it's more about getting kicked out of school, kind of ruining what our parents kind of worked for their entire lives, right? And the cameraman says something valuable. Don't risk your entire life over just kids. So if you've been seeing Filter Remastered, I love how he's trying to format the disclaimer at the beginning and structure it in a way that's more professional.
Because I know one day the Jews, the system's gonna come after us. I know that's gonna happen eventually. Yeah. I'm just finding ways to counter it.
Counter, exactly. Delay it. So
I have disclaimers. I watch profanity.
Exactly.
I still say the same thing, but more in a more formal manner.
It's like what Tate did in 2022. He changed his vocabulary, not vocabulary, but his tonality around his messaging, right? And
exactly. Tonality is one of the most important things. That's one thing my dad always taught me, right? You can say the most heinous thing, but if it comes in a good tone, it'll sound the best. That's what grade Adolf Hitler was mistaken for several times.
Yeah. Exactly.
His tonality.
Exactly.
Yeah, he had bad tonality, but hey, what he said was manufactured. He was a hero.
Exactly. Then we move on to obviously the birth of Filter Remastered. You can say that birth or fifth. My birth don't sound weird to be honest. But I would say this the reboot. I'll say of successor to the Filter of the Filter Remastered. And I love how you did with that. The 2 episodes first, the Christmas episode, and obviously the Bill C9 C6.
You know, I'm praying the Bill C9 is not as fast.
Yeah. It's not a good build. Watch that episode, of course. And then obviously I'm working on I'm not trying to work on if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm trying to work on not a documentary, but when we're trying to release our software product, I don't want to just be released and no one knows about it. I want to create almost a 10-minute documentary, almost trying to give actual valuable lessons you can learn from it. Why does this look like Israel?
Why does this look like Israel
or Palestine?
No, this is it. This is how Israel looks like.
Yeah.
You tell me this is how Israel looks. This does look like Israel.
I was about to say.
This does look like Israel.
They're spying on us. Even when we're trying to just record a simple thing.
Fuck the Jews. Fuck the Matrix. The Jews are in the Matrix.
Working on a documentary. It'll be released on January 15th, 2026. It'll be called The Inner Workings. So it's actually more of an educational video than like a rant. Telling you how I'm kind of building these software products and I might have this guy on me give us sales lessons as well, giving a masterclass with sales. But I think that's the 2025 in a nutshell. It's been one of the most valuable years of my life. I think one of the top most valuable years of his life. 26 is we want to position ourselves to be in the best possible position. I think we said in episode 9 and Totally Filtered that 25 is going to be our year, and it was our year. I think the whole idea of materialism and getting money,
wealth is not always defined by kind of cash.
Yeah.
Wealth is never defined. Like, depends on the context. Yeah. Most cases, wealth is never defined by money.
Yeah. No, it's defined by the experiences and lessons learned. And that's very cliche. I think you hear that a lot of motivational content, and I think that kind of steers you away from the money part. But I think you have to strive towards your goals and don't cope around the experiences and lessons, but those are just as valuable as the wealth themselves, if not more. I think that's 2025, 26.
Before we end it, I'm genuinely happy you came back on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
I miss doing this.
I miss doing this type of videos, but God has called to our purpose, and I feel this is in your purpose and everything. We are our purpose. But it's not the last time we're here. So there'll be a couple more episodes. There'll be a guest on.
Hopefully, maybe we might do the Waterloo Part 2.
Waterloo Part 2.
I'll try to make it happen.
We'll see. But I think what's the plan for 2026 for Filter Remastered? I think that's the big question after this podcast. Yes.
Can't really say anything right now.
They're still on the board. Says only the third episode, right? Just like I have all the blueprint I need. So yeah, your lessons in the Total Filter. Total Filter will come back. I think it'll be more like a vlog too. It'll be almost like the Take Confidentials. And this will be more, the Filter round can be more like the emergency meeting.
Exactly.
It'll be very interesting to see, but that's for 2025 then, so I think you should end it off.
Yeah, I'll let you do the talking because I know you haven't been back.
I haven't been back in a while, but listen.
But alright.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys made it to the end of the video, I'm really happy for you guys sticking along. So I hope you guys learned something. Strength and honor. Until next time.